my name when they gave it. Okay. So I feel like people ask me, oh, what is your name, Serah? Why is it not Sarah, the one in the Bible? And I'm like, so just to get people off my back, I'm always telling a joke that I feel like the nurse or the administrative person that they told to write my name for me was from, is a Yoruba person. That person is from Yoruba, so that's Southwest from Nigeria, which means that the person wrote what they heard. So maybe the person heard Sarah, and then the person now wrote an E. But then I kind of like it because it's very cool and it's a very great conversation starter because people ask you, oh, why is your name Sarah? And why is it not Sarah? Okay, without wasting our time, like I said, my name is Serah Kassim and I'm the founder of Serah Kassim, a made in Nigeria retail brand that uses Afrocentric clothing to promote African print. So when I say Afrocentric clothing, I'm saying prints that are indigenous to Africa. So it could be kente, Ankara, just like what I'm wearing right now. And I'm trying to also share my screen as I'm speaking so that we can move. Okay, please, if you can see my screen, please let me know. Can you see my screen? Can you guys, okay, Cynthia's hand is up. Is there a problem? Can you guys see my screen? I can't hear you, Cynthia. Cynthia, please, can you restart your phone or your device again, please? Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen now. If you can, okay, everybody can. So let's just, can we still see the screen? Okay. Okay, fantastic. So I'll be presenting now. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, let me just keep this one somewhere because I really like to see the chat box. Let me see if I can minimize. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much, Bola, for that presentation. You know, when you're seeing yourself, you're like, wow, is this me? Like, are you serious? So this is me. Wow, wow. Thank you so, so much. And first of all, I would like to say a big thank you to everyone at Bumpa. Thank you so much for this opportunity to impact. Because if there's one thing that I know I like to do is giving back. Because one of my mantra is I like to be for people what I would have wanted somebody to be for me when I started Serah Kassim too. So anytime I see an opportunity to share and give back, I'm always very excited. And as you know, I'm a very enthusiastic person. So you will see like a lot of energy. So just bear with me. Okay. So today is taking your business to the next level. Taking your business to the next level with Serah Kassim. Okay. How to make the most of this webinar. I'm trying to look for where to just insert this. I don't want to close it because it's always hard when you're sharing your screen to find it. Okay. The first thing I'll say is build your why. Why are you here and not somewhere else? So when I ask build your why, today is Friday. And you know what Friday is? Thank God it's Friday. So there are so many places that you could have been at and not here. So I want us to make sure that whatever it is that the reason why we're here, we remember throughout the end of the program so that we're not slacking. Like I said, today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. There are so many other places that you could have been, but you chose to be here. So it means that you actually want to take your business to the next level, or maybe just want to hear me speak. So engage in the chat box, network with other merchants, get rid of every distraction, write down your question, and check out other merchants' stuff. And I'll say why I'm saying that, because sometimes we're so involved with ourselves, especially when it comes to business, so many problem, wahala, issue, that the only thing the only thing you're thinking about is self, without and forgetting to engage and interact with other people. Okay, next. Oh my God, sorry. What just happened? Okay, what's going on? Okay, I think I should just go to where I saved it. Let's not use this one anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know what I swiped and then it went off. Okay, let me just go back. I think I'll just exit this one. Okay. how to make more. Okay, of past year. So the next thing is the agenda. If you see what my activity wants, so I'm somebody that like a very interactive class. So I don't just want us to speak and go to the end and that's it. So I'll be asking like some questions and I want us to engage as much as we can. Where do I want to be? Activity 2, how will I get to where I want to be? Activity 3, taking your business to the next level. Activity 4, question and answer and case study. Okay. So here the presentation of what it is I'm trying to speak about today. So from this picture, you can see Aki thinking. And if I'm trying to imagine the thing that Aki is saying, Aki is there saying, just thinking out loudly to himself. So before you go to the next level, you need to do a current business evaluation. Who are you right now as an entrepreneur? Who is your business in the overall scheme of things? So to realize who you truly are, not whom you want to be. So I'm saying right now, who are you? Where am I currently at? So that's the question I always ask. I always say, ask yourself before you move on from where it is that you are right now to where you're aspiring to be or where it is in the next level. Because if you don't know what it is that you are, you might struggle. For example, if you are saying, oh, I want to move my business to the next level. And in that next level, I want to start attending to 500 clients. When you don't even know who you are to know that your capacity cannot even start doing 500 clients in a month. But sitting down, asking yourself right now, who am I right now? Evaluating where it is that your business stands can actually help you understand what it is that you need and what it is that is required to move to the next level. So the first question I'll ask you in the who are you, who are your customers? So the first question, who are your customers now? So it's one thing for you to say, especially when I hear people say, oh, everybody that's wearing clothes, everybody that wants to dress up, or makeup artists, everybody that wants to do makeup. But you know that that's not true because not everybody is your customer. And I'm not even saying it because I want to sound cliche. That's what everybody says. But I'm saying it because I'll be using, let's say, for example, Jesus. Jesus was good. Jesus knew no sin. And yet there were people who did not like him because he was Jesus. So then imagine you in the grand scheme of things as an entrepreneur or a business person, and I said everybody is your customer. Really? So you can see that it's not possible. And it's not even saying, oh, we're trying to sound cliche because people always say, oh, not everybody's your customer. But it's just the truth. Not everybody's your customer because some people will not just buy from you because you're not attending to their needs or they don't like you, just like Jesus Christ. And the fact that you're not even Jesus, let's give an example. Jollof rice is very sweet and nice, but there's still people who say, I don't like jollof. I like white rice over jollof rice. So you can see that it's not possible for you to serve everybody. So you have to understand who your customers are. And the fact that we're already using Bumpa and the fact that we're here to come for moving to the next level, it means that I don't need to spend so much time in helping you find who your customer is right now. So do you really know your products? So I'll give an example. Maybe I want to buy skincare or something, and then I'm like, I just use Oreo. I don't want anything that's because when it comes to me, somehow, let me know, expose myself. So when it comes to beauty, skincare, all of those things, they say last man no they carry last, but Serah Kassim, that's not my very strong suit. So I don't like to. Some people say, oh, what are you using? I'm like, I don't know. I'm using oil. So imagine if I now want to buy like a body product or body wash from somebody, and then I'm like, what's in your product? Or maybe because I'm afraid and I want to know what's inside. I'm like, and something like, what's the thing that's inside? Like, oh, this thing is going to make me fresh, white. Are there nutrients inside? Is there vitamin A or vitamin E? What's there? And you're stammering. I'll be very wary of you because in my head, I'm like, you that you don't have the products, you don't even know what it is that's inside this product. You're not asking me to come and buy, or you see an example of maybe, for example, fashion designers or fashion retailers, and then you're going for an event. I've never seen you on the clothes that you're wearing. And every time you see me, Serah, come and patronize me. You're giving me red flag vibe because in my head, I'm like, I've never seen you wear the dress that you're making. How are you asking me to come and buy or come and sew from you? Do you understand? So do you really know your product? Do you really use your product? Next thing is, do you know your numbers? Well, I'm saying this thing right now because when we get to the end, you will know why. Because when you know your numbers now, it allows you do so many things that you will never believe that you are capable of doing. Guys, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Oh my God. Where is that chat box? This is one of the reasons why. Can you guys still hear me? Okay. Okay.
Yes, we can
and
hear
please,
you.
I hope I'm not too fast though, because I speak very, very fast.
No.
Okay. Thank you so much. So next is, so if you see now, when I say with your customer, a customer, according to Mahatma Gandhi, he said a customer is the most important visitor on your premises. It's not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. It's not an interruption in our work. It's the purpose of it. It's not an outsider to our business. It's a part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He's doing us a favor by giving us the opportunity to do so. So I'm moving next. So from all I've said so far, activity 1, I'll just be picking one person so that we don't waste so much time. Do a brand assessment by asking your customer this question. And now you don't even have to do this one. Why am I asking you to do this? Because you will need it before we go to the next level. So what am I proposing that you do? Tonight, write out these 5 questions. And tomorrow, don't even waste time. Don't say, oh, Monday, I'm going to wait till Monday. Because the thing I always say is, and like from survey and from research, is human beings have a very short attention span and sometimes you're very distracted with so many things that I'll do this, and next thing, something just comes, or maybe Twitter will just pop up, something will come up, and next thing, you're forgetting you're supposed to do something. So the first question is, what is your perception about? Because the thing is, if you're asking yourself this question, you might not be entirely honest with yourself, because it's your brand, it's your baby, you're very, you know how you can be now, it's my business, so you can't tell me nothing. You get? So ask your client, and they are the best people that you should ask. And when I'm saying ask your client, I'm saying place a call. I'm not even asking you to send a text message or WhatsApp. You know how WhatsApp can get hidden. Me, I'm always very scared of WhatsApp, but when you go there, I see 500, I'm like, not today. And then you're deleting the app and you're exiting the app and getting out. So what am I saying? If you can call 20 of your clients, ask them, what is your perception about, you can send a text message. I'll give a template. Hi, Serah Kassim. I'm trying to do an assessment on my brand right now. Is now a good time to talk? Do you think I can call you in the next 5 minutes? If it's okay by you, please send a yes. If not, send a no, and I'll totally understand. And before you even end it, I'll totally understand. I'm said in the end of the message, and tell me when is a good time to call you. If you notice, I'm not saying do a survey, because surveys are very tricky. You have to start asking people to move, to go and click a link. Like it's just a lot of process. And if you're not patient, you might not be able to do it. Do you get? So at least we know that everybody can call, or you can send a WhatsApp message. But I will not advise to do a WhatsApp message. But before you call somebody, so that you're respecting boundaries, send a text or send a WhatsApp message. What's your perception about the brand? This way, you can get from your clients what they think about your brand. Because when I did a survey, I do a yearly survey. Every January, before we resume, we do a survey and send it to all our clients. Some of them, at the end of the survey, will always say, oh, is it okay for me to call? And I call personally. I'm not giving to assign it to a staff. I'm calling you myself, because I'm Serah Kassim, and I want you to know that I actually care about you, and I'm interested in your feedback for the brand. So when I say perception and product, what do you think about Serah Kassim? Because it's possible that you are there, you are very happy about, you're thinking everything is going great, and then somebody else thinks you're a joke, and then you're spending so much activity and so much time expressing yourself to the customers that you think that you're serving. The next question is, how did you first hear about Serah Kassim? If you notice, I put brand name. How did you first hear about Serah Kassim? So when people ask you, how did you first hear about Serah Kassim? You want to know how, so that in understanding where you are right now, you will know, okay, this is the one that is working, this is the one that is not working, this is the one I'll stop doing, this is the one that I'll keep on doing. You'll be shocked. When I asked in my survey now, for example, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, people heard about Serah Kassim from Instagram. People heard about Serah Kassim from the survey. People heard about Serah Kassim from TEF. I was shocked. I'm like, the second one was people heard about Serah Kassim from Serah herself. In that instance now, if I'm always on Instagram posting picture, on Twitter posting picture, and then I'm crying, oh, God, I don't have customers. Why are people not buying from me? Meanwhile, I'm supposed to keep on wearing my dresses, looking for how to make sure that I'm always popping up on TEF page. Do you understand? Because now I already know where it is that people are hearing about Serah Kassim from. And some people said, oh, from my church, from a community group, from this, from that. with that kind of information, it helps you know where it is that you are currently and where to invest your skill in. What convinced you to try the brand? So that whatever it is that convinced them to try the brand, you can quickly replicate it in where you're going to now. Then the next thing is, how would you describe your experience? If there's one thing I know that I always ask entrepreneurs to ask is, how will you describe your experience to me? And because I'm the one asking you, I would know the exact thing that I want to hear and the things I want to hear from you and how to work around it. So, for example, a client was describing my experience. So, oh, your experience is great and everything, but it was just very difficult for me to express myself to the owner of the brand about the pricing. So, one thing is, when you reach out to Serah Kassim, you're not going to reach out to me. I'm reaching out to my sister, name is Umi. So, you reach out to Umi will give you the price, but then she already knows that if the client is spending up until this amount, this is a reduction that you can do, or a discount that you can do, or she can give you a code to buy from site. So you know some customers, and that's why I say Nigerian customers are very peculiar. They're like, maybe for example, 100, it's too expensive. I want to talk to Serah herself. I want to speak to Serah herself. I want to speak to Serah. And then Women like, that's the thing, ma, I totally understand. But if you buy, maybe you're buying 2, I can reduce the price by 15%. If you're buying 3, I can go down by 25%. They're like, no, it's only one I want to buy you. And this is. So why am I saying this? This experience now made me understand that no matter what you try to do, there will still be clients who still want to speak to you. And I'm not saying, you make yourself available all the time to all the clients that want to speak to you. But at least you want them to feel like, okay, I hear you and will do something about it. Even if it's automating the process and putting your name there, let them think that you're the one. So what suggestion do you have to improve the experience? So when people tell you, this is what I don't like, don't just stop there. I want you to ask the clients, what can I do better? Do you understand? To improve the experience. Because you're not going to say, this is bad. You can ask, how can I improve? If the customer is saying, it's so hard to reach you on social media, for example, like Instagram. If you want me to improve the experience, would you mind us coming on WhatsApp? Because we're always present on WhatsApp. Or do you want this? So if your customer now tell you, to improve the experience, I think, okay, let me give you an example. When I spoke to one of my clients and I reached out to her and she's like, I really like your brand, but sometimes your prices are very expensive. And I'm like, okay, how would you like me to solve that? Considering the fact that things are very expensive right now, everything has almost quadrupled. And then she gave a very brilliant point, and I'll be sharing with you. She said, I know that things are very expensive. I've shopped from you and I know that you're selling quality, blah, blah, blah. She said, but if you can create a line, it doesn't have to be, I don't have to wear Serah Kassim. I can wear, for example, maybe Ola by Serah Kassim. So that at least people will know that you're not wearing Serah Kassim, or we are wearing Serah Kassim, but it's a lesser kind of Serah Kassim. Even if right now I'm not trying to do that for my customer, do you understand? Because I'm saying, maybe later. But it's something that, for the fact that I reached out and I'm like, this is like, what's up? I understand that this is like, that she stops buying, and of course, it's very pricey and she cannot afford it. She's a student, blah, blah, blah. I guess on that one, and she doesn't really have and bed that she's going to. But just that suggestion, like I even say, I would like to work with you, Seb, do you understand? And release a collection that you like. What's the price range that you think that students can want to buy? And we would like to launch, maybe it's Unilag. We would like to launch in Unilag and see that you oversee that. Before you know it, you've collaborated just by asking for suggestions. How likely are you to recommend our product? This way, you know whether you're wasting your time or whether you're not wasting your time. Because from the input, if somebody tells you 1, you already know what that means. Somebody tells you 9, you already know what that means. So make sure that you do this activity. Then, where do I want to be? If you look at this now from the SMART goals, it has to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. So if you see that I'm walking us through a process before we say, this is where we're going to be. So when I say specific, when you're saying it, I don't want to just say, I want to be, for example, I want to be the president of Nigeria. Okay, sister, how are you going to do that? So when I say specific, I will sell 10 dresses on Bumpa this week by not only posting on Instagram, but also sharing the link on my church group every 12 hours every day. This might be a nuisance. I'm just giving an example of a specific goal. Measurable. I want to improve my for my business by the first quarter so I can apply for the Untitled Foundation grant in 2023. Achievable, attainable. I'm going to save 100,000 naira monthly. You can say that is very achievable. Not like saying, I will save. And at the end of the day, it depends on your pockets. If you're saying I will save 10 million naira monthly, is it achievable to you? Then realistic, is it within your reach? I will empower 5 girls in my community with creative and fashion skills in 2022. Time bound, having a clearly defined timeline. I'm going to schedule content material to post on my social media page this Wednesday. So where do you want to be? Make sure that wherever it is that you want to be a smart goal. So for example, if you're saying, oh, I want to sell 10,000 cups or 10,000 mugs or 10,000 this in 2022. How are you going to do that? We have 12 months in 2022. 10,000 cups divided by, let's say 12,000, let's say 1,200 cups. I like it to be round figures, so we need to divide 1,200 cups divided by 12. That means 100 cups in a month. We have 20 days, 30 days or 31 days, but you want to be working every day. If you're working 20 days, 100 divided by 20, 50. So it means that in a day you have to sell 50 cups. How are you going to sell 50 cups? Are you going to be talking on your WhatsApp? Are you going to go on Instagram? Are you going to be calling your customers? Are you going to, what exactly do you want to do to sell? So when you break it down like that, it will now be easy for you to achieve and attain those goals. Sorry. Hey, are you guys hearing me? Are you guys hearing me? Okay, fantastic. Okay, and I hope I'm not speaking too fast. Okay, the next is, this is a quote by an American author: the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. A. Jackson Brown. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. So when you are going to the future and saying, oh, this is where I want to be, you have to start preparing right now. Activity 2. I would like one person to come on, if you can, one person. All of the things are giving example. If you can share a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goal in your brand, just one person. If you can quickly come on to share, can you? If you can, unmute just one person. You can raise up your hand or unmute your mic. Bola, please, can you ask just one person and as quickly as possible? Can you unmute? Can you raise up your hand so that Bola can pick? If nobody is speaking, I'm going to select. If nobody, I will just select from. If nobody is speaking, I'll definitely select one person. Nobody's raising up your hand, though. Oh, the sound is low. Sorry. I'm sorry, Thompson. Nobody's raising up their hand. Okay, I'll be selecting. Let me see. Amaka Ogona. I like that name. Amaka Ogona. Can you give us an example of a specific goal in your brand that you like to achieve? Amaka Ogona. I think Amaka is not online. Okay. Let me try somebody else. Esther Sunday. Esther Sunday, can you unmute yourself and give us one goal in your brand, a specific goal in your brand that you like to achieve by the next quarter? Wait, can you guys hear me, Seth?
Yes, sir. Oh. I can hear you clearly.
Hello.
Okay,
yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Can you give us an example of a specific goal in your brand that you like to achieve?
Okay, one of the goals that I really like to achieve is, because Elumelu brand is for the average income and low income woman, I would like to be one of the best brand that will be on their list of every average woman in the next quarter. When they mention fitly tailored, affordable Elumelu designs would be on their mind.
Okay. I like that you've said that. Looking at the acronym, this SMART acronym, do you think that what you've said right now is specific? Looking at the example that I gave here, because you said, so how? Do you understand? So that's what I was talking about. So how do you want to, you get, instead of saying, oh, is it, oh, by making sure that in the next week, I'll be making sure to reach out to 10 women to speak about my product. Okay, Daniel Atta raised his hand. Fantastic. Daniel Atta, please wait, let me answer. Let me finish with Esther. So Esther, do you understand? So if you're saying that you want to make sure that women in Nigeria or Lagos are talking about your brand, how do you want to go about that? Are you going to make sure that every day for the next 1 year, you make sure you're speaking to at least 2 women daily? That way, even if they're not buying, at least they're knowing the brand. Hi, Sarah. My name is
Yes.
Esther. I'd like to introduce you to Esther brand. We do this, we sell clothes, we sell this one. Look, check us out. Hi, Sarah. Before you know it, by the end of 2022, you have spoken to two a day. You have spoken to 365 times 2, almost 1,000 people. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. We have to be very careful. So we're not just making vague goals. Do you get? Okay, Michael,
Okay.
Daniel,
Thank
the
you.
last
Thank
person.
you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Daniel, you raise up your hand. Please, can you take very shortly, 1 minute? Daniel, I saw that you raised your hand. Do you still want to share? Okay. I think Daniel is no longer online. Okay, and Daniel, you raise up your hand. Can you share? Can you unmute yourself? Oh, we'll not be take 2 participants.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much, Daniel, for joining.
Okay. Yeah, good evening. Okay. Well, so far, I'm actually a footwear maker, and
Okay.
one of my goal for the year 2022 is to reach out to people through different social media network, and also to advertise my product through the Bumpa website that I created, that I was able to create
Okay.
as well. So that is one of my goal for the year 2022, at least for the first quarter of the year. I should be
Fantastic.
able to advertise through different social networking sites in
Okay,
2022.
fantastic. So how are you going to do that, Daniel? How do you intend to do that? So you mentioned an achievable goal because you only
Okay.
mentioned achievable. So measurable.
Yeah.
How many customers do you want to reach? Is it 200 customers in 2022? How do you want to go about it? Is it realistic? 200 customers, is it realistic to you? You will know because maybe last year you did 100. If you can do 100, it means that you can double down on your
Yeah.
numbers. So how do you intend to do that? If you want to share your Bumpa link, how?
Okay. Well, I think one of the way I can do that is through maybe a paid advert through Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram as well. If I use paid adverts, I think I can achieve that goal.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. But I
Yeah.
also want to add, before you add paid advert, have you tried among
Yeah.
family, friends, and people around you?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Thank
have.
you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was so nice to engage with you. So next we have, how will I get to where I want to be? How will I get to where I want to be? If you see here, it's very short because I don't want us to spend so much time in this meeting. The business model canvas. And why am I saying this? The business model canvas is a framework that is describing, visualizing, assessing the overall flow of how a business creates, delivers, and captures value. In simple terms, it is an entire framework of how your business identifies and runs its general operation while capturing and delivering value. I know that I just read from the book, but just imagine the business model canvas as one big picture of how your brand would work. Do you understand? One big picture of how your brand will work. So I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. So from this picture, you can see, don't feel, oh, plenty grammar, plenty this thing, plenty. No, it's very simple. I can assure you, key partners, key activities, key resources, value proposition, customer relationship, customer segment, channels, revenue stream, and cost stream. So, sorry, and cost structure. So the next thing, I'm going to show you another picture. I really want, this picture is not clear, but if you can see from this picture, I'm saying key partners. Who are your key partners? So that we don't dwell so much in it. I kept a picture of mine so that you can see an answered one for you. So if you see my key partners, so when I say key partners, the people that you need for your business to go on. And if you see, I was intentional about putting the business model canvas because it just really shows everything about moving to the next level. It shows you where you are now and also help directs you to where you're trying to go. So if you see key partners, I said local textiles manufacturers, Shopify platform, influencers, bloggers, fabric vendors, staff, team, accounting tool, entrepreneurs collaboration. So those are the key partners. So for me, for example, for an hair business, a key partner will be the person that's manufacturing the wig, the customers, the salon, the people that will come to the salon to buy, the influencers. Do you understand? Then the next thing we have is key activities. All of those things that you need to do or that needs to be done for the business to work. So key activities for me now: designing the clothes, construction, content management and brand management, training, customer engagement, relation, logistics and delivery, distribution, store management. So I'm trying as much as possible to make sure that orange. So that's why I kept an answered one so that it's easy for me to explain. Then value proposition. What is that thing that you're selling that distinguishes your own brand from somebody else's that's actually doing the same thing? So for us, we're saying, ease, comfort, expertise, empowerment to feel confident and beautiful in a well-tailored garment. Oh, Daniel, you raise your hand after the meet. Quality, customer delight, correct sizing. So for somebody who is a shoe person like Daniel can say quality. Daniel can say, like, if you buy, it can, like, his value proposition can be the access, the ease of being able to shop with Daniel. Also, it can say expertise, because you're saying that if you buy a shoe from me, that this shoe is not going to spoil. Do you understand? So one thing, value proposition is that one thing that distinguishes your brand from every other thing. So for example, we'll say Bumpa now. I know that some of us have tried to use other too, but then there's something about Bumpa that's making us rave about the brand. Because why? Everything that you need to do a business is inside Bumpa. You get your invoice, everything that you get. So that's a key value proposition for them. Customer relationship, online customer support, on-site support, influencers, purchase advice, newsletter and news, acquisition, announcement, feedback, and survey. Customer segment. In this way, if you look at, I said, through demographic, geographic. So through geographic one, I can say, I want to be attending to women in Lagos, Nigeria. These are the people in my customer segment. Demography is what kind of people. Their age range are 8 to 40 years old. I just give an example. Are they 25 to 40? To be able to get your customer segment, if you already have a social media, Instagram gives one of the best insights for this customer segment. One of the things I even found out was my 65 plus customer were even more than my 45 plus customer. I was shocked because I used to run away from going for a selected, like, a range of people. Then if I'm now seeing from the data, people are on my page or trying to get things from me. Like the 65 plus is even larger than the 45 plus. The cost structure, salary, production and distribution, cost, operation cost, development cost. Don't worry, I'll be sharing this slide with you guys so that you can actually see and you can use it to answer any question that you have later. Revenue streams, fashion training, online sales, somebody speak. Can you please turn off your mic? Sorry, please turn off your mic. Online training, online sales, bespoke, direct to consumer sales, wholesale. So these are all of the revenue streams that your business is generating money from right now. And guys, for you to get to your next level, I want you to sit down and create a business model canvas for yourself. Forget about the grammar that I'm speaking. This business model canvas allows you, like the one for my brand is in my front, like this in my office. Like when I wake up when I get to work, do this, and the first thing I can see is my business model canvas, because it reminds you of just like saying your business plan. But in this way, you're seeing like a live presentation of everything so that you're not distracted, so that you know where it is that you are and where it is that you need to go and the things that you need to do. And for value proposition in the middle is very great because you are reminded of the reason why you are here. You are reminded of the reason what of the things that is setting you apart. And to even get your value proposition, you can even ask your client, hello, what's that one that keeps you coming back to buy? Somebody's mic is on. Marco, can you please turn on your mic? Okay, thank you very much. So I'll be sharing this thing so that you can fill in your business model canvas, and you can fill in all of these things that I've said with examples. Sorry that I'm rushing. We're limited by time. Activity 3, which is very great. Look at the business model canvas and create yours. Like I said, a business model canvas is like the lifeline, the overall things that you're doing in your brand, your channel. So it's not like, today you're forgetting what you're supposed to sell. Everything, it encompasses everything that you need to do. So activity 3, look at the business model canvas and create yours. I would have said one brand to share, but I don't want us to waste so much time. Okay, let me check the time. 7. Okay, somebody can share. Okay, is there somebody here who would be brave enough to look at this business model canvas right now and share for your brand? Don't be shy. Don't feel like, oh, if I don't get it, we're all here to learn. Fantastic. Send me testimony or affair. Woo! Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Oh yeah, testimony or affair. Please take over the mic and share. Thank you so. That was really brave and quick. Okay. Okay, testimony or affair. Can you speak? Testimony or affair. Can you speak? Okay, I can't. Please, can you allow testimony on mute himself?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I've learned so much in small minutes. So for me, I'll start with customer segment.
Okay.
Yeah, I own a brand that sells accessories and beddings generally. I'm a university student, so for now, my customer segment would be students within the age of 16 to 25. Then to the people in the locality of where I study, Ile-Ife, we have people who are passionate about looking good, people that would see that then feel comfort. For gender, it would be both males and females. I sell things that are available for both gender. And then a consumer relationship, that would be, since I don't have existing structure now, I'm working towards it. Newsletters, that would be customer support and survey. It would also be influencers. I have that meeting out in my plan for this year. And then channels would be my Bumpa website, my brand touch point, material, launch, and all of that. It would also be social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter.
You want to go on, or are you done? Okay, thank you so much, testimony, for that. Really, like, I'm really so happy that you kept yourself on the spot, that you answered like some of the questions. That was really, really great. Thank you so much. So we'll move on to the next. Okay, move on to the next, which is, how will I get to where I want to be? If you see now, you can see sorry, I'm trying to exit this. Oh my God. Okay, how will I get to where I want to be? How will I, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Best thing, boyfriend. How do you now know it?
Sorry, Precious. Sorry, can you turn off your mic? Sorry. Okay, so taking your business to the next level, first thing I always say, and I'll be very honest with us, is speak to your employees. You'll be shocked at the amount of information that those people have, but they will not share because they're afraid that, you know, as me, and I don't want to be very forward. Speak to your employees. Next thing that I said here is look after your employees. So when I say speak to your employees, I'll give an example. My production manager, one day I was speaking to her about fabric and everything. She's like, that you don't really know how to buy fabric. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't really know how to buy fabric. She was like, let me buy fabric for you once. That was like 2019. And then she bought the fabric. And I bet you that all the fabrics that she bought for that collection, everybody kept asking me, oh, this fabric is so nice. And in my head, I'm like, do you know that immediately since 2019, she has been the one buying fabric? Now, I don't do fabric. Even the person I employed as procurement, she doesn't buy fabric. Buy every other thing. But you see fabric, she's going to be the one to buy it. So imagine if I had not spoken to her, I would have been there. People will still be buying, but it will not be as much as if she was the one buying. Look after your employees. One of the things I always say is to get to the next level. There's one quote that I put here so that you can actually see, and it's from Richard Branson. He used to say one thing: say clients do not come first, employees come first. If you take care of your employees, they will take care of the clients. Another quote: if you look after your staff, they'll look after your customers. It's that simple. Do you understand? So when you look after, I know that yes, they are in Olamide, say Alakori, is it Olamide or Tiwa, Alakori, the Bobo, Alakori employee, they'll definitely be. But I'm saying do your own parts. And I'm telling you that when you take care of these people, there are other people that will take your business to the next level. If you don't have employees right now, take care of yourself and always make sure you're looking out for yourself, or intern or whoever is like working with you, look after them. Deliver an exceptional experience. So one of the things that I've seen right now, actually what Nigerian brand is, people are always like, I always say it's like, even as an entrepreneur, say entrepreneurs sometimes have audacity. They are very audacious. Somebody will buy and pay you their hard-earned money, and then you have the audacity to say, and if you don't like it, I don't care. Drag me if you want. Whatever is going to happen. People forget about it. I'm like, really? When I see comments, I'm like, oh my God. Like, really? So, see, the standard is so low now that when you deliver an exceptional experience, people will not start talking about or raving about your brand. So make sure that whatever that you're doing, you're delivering an exceptional experience to your customer. Collaborate with other merchants. I understand that every time we're always, about me, myself, and I, very good. But let me tell you guys, collaboration is very powerful, because I'll give you an example. When I launched Serah Kassim, when I launched Serah Kassim Retail in 2020, I collaborated with 4 other merchants. Shopify. I collaborated with a weak person launched by Uche. Then I collaborated with a makeup artist, because that time I'd maximized so much money and reached a budget. And because I already had like good reputation, it was just easy for me. I just reached, and that's why you have to respect people. I sent an email to everybody. Hi, my name is Serah Kassim. I love what to do with your brand. I would like to collaborate with you right now. This is something that you want. And because we had look-alike audience, when we did the collaboration and we created the content, I sent in all the pictures, they posted on their page, we tagged each other, we entered into each other's content. Do you understand? So look for brands that have like your audience and are not like competitive brand and you would like to collaborate with. Then apply for grants. We'll speak about this in detail later. Get the certification. I put this tweet outside day for yesterday. Get the certification you need to get this year in your sector, so you can access the opportunity. You can have access to the opportunities you need when it knocks on your door. And I'll give you an example. Last year, the government of Nigeria have been looking at giving grants to businesses in the non-oil sector, because they're trying to boost exports in Nigeria. I don't even know what happened. Maybe because I always tell myself, my dream and my goal is Africa's largest Afrocentric retailer, all of those plenty things. So I'm a Christian. So one time, the Holy Spirit was telling me, Africa's largest Afrocentric, you don't even have any APC certificate. Your business is the business name. You have not registered limited. I just get I'm like, what was all this on? And I started sitting down, checking all of those. I'm not ready to do it, so I was just checking it out, like, okay, when I'm ready. Next thing, I just saw an email from Untitled Foundation. Oh, you have been selected to be part of the beneficiary to get 8 million from the federal government with 49 other entrepreneurs. And guess what they asked? If you have any PC certificate, your business is limited. Your this is this. 6 things. Only one thing I didn't have, and it was something I could get within the hour. So why am I saying this? I put this tweet out because I'm a living testimony for that. Imagine if I had not done it. I would be like, that's how opportunities will come and you will not be able to take part of that. I'm not now saying go and register NEPC or go and register limited, but at least make sure that you have plans to look for the certifications that you need in your industry, especially if you have plans to do that, and start doing it. So that imagine if I didn't have it, I would have lost out of free 8 million naira grants like that. The next thing is be a part of a community or a sector. When I mean community, don't do life alone. My pastor always says that. Pastor Kojo, you say, don't do life alone. Make sure you're a part of a community, because if I was not a part of the Untitled Foundation, I would never have gotten access to that 8 million grants. And this is not only that, there's so many other grants I've gotten access to, you see, like even in dollars, in pounds, because of the community that I'm in. Because I always tell people that some of these opportunities, they don't announce it, it's through emails, through WhatsApp group, through this, through that one. So you need to make sure you're a part of a sector. And when I mean sector, for example, I'm a fashion person. I can say I want to be a part of Assembly Official. I want to be a part of FADAN. FADAN is Fashion and Design Association of Nigeria. I want to be a part of SMEDAN. I want to be a part of NEPC, Nigeria Export Promotion Council. I want to be a part of NNBC one, blah, blah, blah. Do you understand? Make sure this year your goal is to be a part of a community or a sector. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Use your friends. So when I'll give an example, when I started my Serah Kassim brand, this is one of the things I always tell people. Don't take your friends for granted because they're my friend now, or be entitled. They will do it because they're my friend. No. The 2022, we're dropping bad characters. We're dropping entitlement. We're drawing, you know that woman that every year, December 31st, she's climbing stairs. You now, you're throwing away the bag. You're dropping all of those things. So when I say, don't be afraid to ask for help. When I wanted to launch Serah Kassim Retail, my friends, they always say I'm very extra. I like it because I don't want you ever in your life to feel like, because you're my friend, I'm taking you for granted or taking advantage of you. When I wanted to launch, I know that I don't have money to pay models. And I have beautiful friends. Have you seen my friends? I'm launching Serah Kassim Retail in 1 month. I give them ample time, like 6 weeks, and I really like it to model for me. Blah, blah, blah. Is it something that you want to do? The email was even very funny. I said, I'm trying to build Africa's largest Afrocentric retailer, and I really like it to come on board to be part of our journey and our story. Is this something you look into? My friend replies, something that you just ask for a call. I said, no, because I don't want to take it for granted, and I understand. I know that I cannot, and I said, I know I cannot pay you, but I will buy your food, I'll do your Uber, and I also give you free clothes. And when you have one bed, I will sew for you for free. You see all of those 4 things, like on your bed, I'll send you cake. Those 5 things now, even if I add it up together, it will still amount to the cost that I have paid them. But at least they can see that I really respect them as a person and I value them as a person and also honor them. Show out for your brand. I used to tell people one thing, that it's very rare for you to catch me at an event and not see me on Serah Kassim. Really, like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? So show up brand, be your loudspeaker. See, I know that sometimes you can be an introvert, you can be an extrovert. Yes, that is fine. Make sure that you have a friend that you can partner with that is a loudspeaker. Do you get? So even if you're very quiet, you're not the talky type, fine. Look for somebody who's talky type and make sure that you guys do something together so that you're always so if the person has, like me, I have a friend anything she wear is fine. It looks good. People like, some people just have this effect on people that people just like them. Anytime she's going to wedding, when she say, "Oh, Sarah, I say, don't worry, don't pay safe." Because I know that if she posts that picture on her page, 7 people reach out to me that day. Before you know it, 10 people. People just like her. So when I noticed, I don't even stress to collect money because that's influencer money already. I'll just write at the expense. I'm like, no, are you joking? Like, are you sure? I say, no, just tag me and send me content. Me that already saw that every time I say, who sent you this person? How did you hear about us? It was very consistent. I'm like, I'm not going to carry last with this girl. And that's what I started doing since 2019. And I never stopped. Anytime she wants to go somewhere, I'm making her happy for her. Show out for your brand and give back. Please don't be a selfish person with your brand. Even if it's small thing at the end of the year, giving back to your customer, giving back to your community, even if it's small thing as cup or something, give back, because people want to see that you're also doing something for them. It's give me, I give you. I'm not, I'm going to spend my money on that brand and they don't really give me anything. They don't care about me. So make sure that you're giving back. I think we're ended. Okay, I've said this one. If you look after your staff, look after your customer. Activity 4, how will you take your business to the next level? What exactly will you be doing from the example that I shared? So that we don't waste so much time. I will not be taking that. I'll go to 5. That's the last one. Okay, I can take that. I didn't know that was the last one. How will you take your business to the next level? What exactly will you be doing from the example that I shared here? So would somebody just raise up their hand, and so that we can now take final question and answers, and we move. And then I speak about the grant. I said I was going to talk about it. Is it from the old one, or you want to speak now? Okay. Let me talk about the grants part. That's so that I don't even forget. So for the grant, I always say, when I know from the beginning, I said, make sure you are keeping the application for grants. Guys, I'm a huge, I can't even lie. When they say, I don't want to call myself grant queen. But when it comes to grants, I don't play. Like my friend used to say, what do you used to write in the application? They would just pick. It means the fact that God is, I'm just saying the physical part is, because I've written, tried, applied everything. I think I'm already used to the dimension on what's exactly they are looking out for. So there are different kind of grants. We have the Untitled Foundation grants. Right now, I think the Flourish Africa grant is trending. We have this SAFIM grant. There's even a grant, I think, Women for Africa. That one is even in pounds. I think they did it last year. They picked 100 women for Africa, which I'm a recipient of. So the assignment I'll give you right now is tell yourself that I want to get grants in 2023. And for me to get grants in 2023, my book. So the thing about grants is your book has to be in order. You can't, nobody's going to give you free money and your book is jaga jaga. Do you understand? So you have to now, for you to start keeping record, even if it's traditional way, you're writing the record in a book, like keeping a ledger, please do that. And if not, you're not going too far. Bumpa has a tool that you can use to keep record. Do you understand? So for grants, like I said, grant application is very easy. If you're part of a community, they always share all this link. They always share. So I should say, before you even start collecting grants, applications that they will ask you to, do this application. For example, let's say a work. They're not giving money. They're just going to train you for 3 months. Don't say, money is not inside. I'm not going to be doing. No, at least start from there. So at least you'll be able to have gotten some knowledge and idea of how to write for them to select you, even if money. Because what I've noticed with grants is when people say, how do you always get grants? The secret is people like people that somebody else has vetted. The fact that I've collected TEF grants, when somebody, maybe Access Bank or somebody wants to give grants and then they see TEF entrepreneur, they'll say, this one, TEF has vetted her, that means she has sense. It's easier for them to pick you. That's why I say make sure that even these small grants that are not going to be giving you money, the applications, like all these accelerators are not giving you money or anything, apply for it so that at least you can see the direction or whatever it is that they're looking for. Yes. So example of grant, I already said, right now, TEF grant is even ongoing and will be closing, I think, March 1st or March 31st. So you can even start with that to see the direction of how that will go. There's Flourish Africa grant. So subscribe to Opportunities for Africa. Check them out online, your Google or Mac, whatever you're using. Google for Africa and search Opportunities for Africa and sign up to the newsletter. That's how I started my grant worker. I started grant worker in 2017. So they will just send you emails from time to time of grant application, fellowships. See, be applying for it. So you apply so much that you have a template. When this person say, why should we pick you? You already have a template, just copy and paste. Why should we do this? You already have a template, copy and paste. So I hope I was able to answer the question with regards to grants. So in the absence of any other one, before we start asking questions, so I just put this picture here because this is the aspiration of everybody. You want a brand that is big in a fine place, where you're taking your business to the next level. So I put this picture here. So guys, do you have any questions? I hope I was not too fast, and I hope that you got value. I hope that you guys got value for this very short meeting. So do you have any questions? Okay, someone is raising up their hand. Do you have any question? Okay, who is
all right, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going
to Bola, you want to take over? Okay.
No, I'm not taking over. I just want to get all the people who want to ask questions. So
okay,
let's do this in a very orderly way. She's going to answer all the questions. So if you have a question, please raise up your hand. I'll be unmuting people one by one. So just raise up your hand. Thank you.
Okay, I think Tamuno has raised up her hand. Thank you, Primus. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you, Grant. Your name is Grant. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. Good evening.
Hi, Sarah. So nice to meet you. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I've learned so much from this meeting with you. My question is this: for application for the grant, like you said, we should join communities and we should keep up with newsletters for opportunities that we can participate in, including the the ones that it's not just about money, right?
Yes.
So my question is, can you give us like a general outline for what our application should be like, or what we should include in our grant application?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you so much, Amuno. So one of the things I always say, if you notice that from the slides that I shared, one of the things that I said at the end is give back. And it was very intentional that I put it last, because one of the things I've noticed is that sometimes as entrepreneurs, we can be very selfish. And it's not selfish because you don't want to, but life, there's so many things that you want to use your money to do that it's not even enough for you. You now say you want to give back. But the thing is that we forget that there's so many ways that you can give back to people. Either you're supporting a cause or you're giving scholarship. And scholarship not have to be monetary scholarship. It can be as a fashion brand. I can say, oh, I want to give scholarship to 2 young girls, come to my brand to learn fashion. Because the thing is, with grants, people want to see that you're not just going to be collecting from them. They want to see a record that you're also giving back to people, even if with the level that you're in. So if you're saying 100, you are doing 100, you can get back to one person or 10 people. If you're doing 1,000, you can get back to 10 people or 50 people. Do you understand? So that's the thing that they'll be looking out for. So the first thing I always say is, what problem are you solving? If you read my grant application, you will not know that I'm a fashion designer. You will not know that it's clothes that I'm sewing. So it's not, I'm not now saying that maybe I'm lying. No, I'm not lying. But the way that I will write the grant application, you'll be like, is this clothes this girl is sewing? Do you get? So that's the thing. So for example, if they ask me something like, maybe, okay, I don't know if I'm able to, this is 3. Let me see if I can exit this one. Okay, fantastic. So I'll give you the last grant, not even grant self, an example of an application that I did for Women Entrepreneur for Africa. I don't know if I'm coming. Women Entrepreneur. This one was last year, but it was not okay. Access Women Entrepreneur. I'm trying as much as possible to be fast and give us detailed example so that we can see. Okay, so if you see, I don't know if you guys can see my screen. So if you see now, they ask me, what's your dream? Look at to be Africa's largest Afrocentric retailer, while also being the leading producer of Afrocentric apparel in Nigeria by 2040. You can see that it's very specific. It's very specific. Anybody who's reading these grants will be like, this one is not plain. No, she already know the timeline, blah, blah, blah. All of the things that she wants to do. I see her goal and dream, very audacious. She's not even afraid. By first empowering. So you can see that I've tied the grants now, not only because I want to make money to be the largest retailer. I also want to empower people as I'm going. Do you understand? Come across Nigeria, creative production, fashion skills, blah, blah, blah. What's the larger? This is a grant application. This is an application that applied. This was not even a grant. It was, I don't know if you know, Womenpreneur Access Bank in partnership with IFC. What's your dream? What's the larger sense of purpose for the business? First, to use Afrocentric clothing, promote African textiles for women, leading blah, blah, blah. Next, empowering women. So you see that these are the things that they want to be seeing. They don't want to see, oh, you want to making money. What are you going to be doing with the money? Is it just myself? So you see, empowering women in Africa with skills to grow Nigeria into one of the Africa's largest production hub. What plans do you have for your business in the next year? For Serah Kassim, we invest in my skill. Whoever is using this application right now will see that, okay, she's all about capacity building. She wants to first of all invest in her skill before she now goes. Do you understand? I'm currently doing an MBA course. If you're already like, okay, she's not just stop there and saying, oh, I want to invest in my skill. She's taking actionable steps to actually invest in her skill, to expand my mindset to global businesses and how to build them. The goal will be registered for a fashion design course, blah, 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 blah. They asked me, what is the innovative marketing strategy that you would use to implement or have implemented in your business? One of the innovative marketing strategies is live video and picture review of customers and have purchase on that. So do you understand where I'm taking this to? Do you get? I don't know if you understand. The person that is speaking right now, do you understand I'm taking this to?
I think I have an idea.
Do you understand? So I don't want you to, when you're applying for grants, you have to be very careful and not make it about yourself only. You have to make sure that you are also in the grant. And you're not lying. Do you understand? But you just have to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, you are involving people and giving back to these people. Do you understand? So they say, what's special about your business? I now quoted, I went online. You can see what I did there. The issue of data and insight from our target audit, according to Steers Business, the fashion industry in Nigeria has to be the longest time for mid, blah, blah, blah. I quoted a wordy newspaper. Anybody reading this grant to be like, this girl, no, she sat down and researched. She don't just put rubbish. She actually went, see now, I quoted National Bureau of Statistics. I did so many things. So you have to be intentional. Don't play. You want somebody to dash you $10,000 and you don't want to work. How? There's so many people that want the money too and would do exceptionally well. So why do you think I want to do basic and collect the money? Do you understand? So I hope I was able to answer that. Yes, I hope I was able to answer that. let me exit this. Okay, I can stop sharing. Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm sorry we're rushing because we have to finish this. I have somewhere to be by 8 minutes. Okay. So anybody has any question again? I can see hands up. Okay. Sorry. Hey. Okukwe Wachi, I'm so sorry. Like, really sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. You can take on the floor and ask your question.
Hello.
Okay, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, my name is Okukwe Wachi.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. The questions I have are actually very fashion brand related.
Okay, thank God.
Okay. So I was wondering, when you started,
okay.
The bio said you started while you were in school.
Yes.
So I don't know, did you start out as a pattern maker or you were just sewing clothes while you were in school?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. So when I was in school, when I started Serah Kassim, it was not official. You know, when you have an hobby and the people just, I like to wear fine clothes. Where do you make this clothes from? I made it myself. So when I meant while I was in school, what I meant is it wasn't official. I was not selling. Do you understand? Like that. It was just an hobby of. Do you understand? So that's when I started while I was in school. And I didn't start as a pattern maker. It was when I graduated from University of Lagos in 2016. And that's when I said that if you already have a big picture, it's easier for you to have smaller goals. I knew that I wanted to be a fashion designer. I wanted to be a fashion designer so bad. I wanted to go to Yaba Tech. My mother said, no, you're not going to Yaba Tech to study fashion. We're going to like to be in sciences. Do you understand? I knew already that this is what I wanted to do. Do you get? So when I started the fashion brand, I didn't start as a pattern maker, and I didn't start knowing how to do everything. Do you get? I just knew the basic things. So when I now graduated 2016, I now applied and went to go and learn fashion pattern drafting for 6 months in a fashion academy. It's even called Be Small, but I don't know if they still operate in Adekunle Abialagomeji. I think they moved to Aja right now. So that's how I now so because I already knew that's what I wanted, it was easier for me to decide. Thank you so much, Baraka. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, you can speak.
Follow up, please. Did you, let me ask it together. Did you start as a ready to wear or you started as bespoke? And after you started, after you learned the pattern making, were you making the clothes by yourself or did you employ a staff or like an intern?
I really like your questions. They're very intentional and very well calculated, and that's because you're a fashion person. So the honest truth is, when I started Serah Kassim, when I finished pattern drafting and I applied, so the thing that I saw, because I was so social media savvy, when I was learning, I think I was scrolling on Instagram in 2017. Then after NYC, then I saw the Elumelu Foundation grant applications come and collect money. And in my head, so if I'm somebody, if it's one thing I know about me is I'm very audacious. Like I might be very small, but there's nothing that can make me afraid as long as it's legal. So when I saw it in my head, I'm like, these people, fashion. Somebody was telling me, they are sewing clothes. What they're looking for is big ideas. They want to give $5,000. And I'm like, what's going to happen? They will not reply my application. I will still apply like that. That's how I now apply for TEF. And I was so lucky when they reached out to me that I'm like, are you serious? That's how I got it. So when I started, to be honest, when I applied for TEF, I didn't apply as a bespoke brand though. I'll tell you how it happened. I applied as a ready-to-wear Afrocentric pieces, how I wanted. I'm sure that's even part of the reason why I won, because I was very detailed in my application. I can write story for Africa, how I wanted to. So I started with, when I was growing up, I noticed that Africans, on Friday, Africans always wear traditional wears to work. Upon my research and all of this, I found out that the federal government of Nigeria at that time instructed that people should wear African pieces to work because they wanted to speak up. They wanted them to embrace our own prints and all of those things. And I'm trying to do that too because I want people to be able to access this thing affordably. That's the kind of application I submitted, and I wanted to start doing low budget Ankara pieces for secondary and for university students, blah, 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 so that they can also embrace the culture. I'm sure that's sort of the thing that made me win because of the way I took the application. But when the application now came and I won, I now made a dress for a friend. She wore it to a wedding, bespoke. Somebody liked it. Another one liked it. And that one liked it. Do you know that immediately I stopped sewing ready to wear? I don't know how my customers just made me, like in like 6 months, I was not even ready to wear. People could not buy ready to wear for me again. It was just people just need me for bespoke, because the fits, everything was so great. And that's how until 2019, I said, nah, the vision I have for Serah Kassim is exactly like Zara. Like imagine the Zara for Africa. It was not bespoke that I had. I'm like, I know that money made me enter bespoke. Yes, I still want to do bespoke, but I want people to know Serah Kassim for the retail part first before. So it was not bespoke. It was not bespoke. It was actually ready to wear applied with. But over the course of the years, I went into bespoke. And then in 2020, I said, no, I was going to launch Serah Kassim again as a retail brand. Still, people still reach out to me to do bespoke. Yes. But now I don't really propagate that one more the way I propagate my ready to wear. So the second question is when I started, I did staff. No, I didn't start with staff. Oh, people like money to start with staff. So advice I would give you when you're going into a fashion business, I always say know the knowledge of the process. Whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you have a clear understanding of the process, the supply chain, the value chain, everything. Because when you're starting, you don't have the budget to start looking for somebody. If you can look for somebody. When I started for a whole year, I was doing everything myself. I was doing a pattern, cutting, so everything that you could think about. And I was doing, but immediately 1 year was over, I employed 3 people straight up, cutter, tailor, procurement, because I don't like going to the market. So I employed 3 people immediately. So I didn't start out with, I started out myself, but your own can be different. You can say you want to start with tailor, but I would advise you that make sure you know the knowledge of the process, understand what you're doing, so that it's easier for you. And just in case people can be somehow, so that you'll not be stranded. Thank you very much. So be pleased with taking, let's see. Thank you so much, Amalara. Thank you. Who is raising up their hand again? Igbi Nosa. We have. I'm so sorry. God. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce your name well. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Thank you so much, Barakat. So Igbi Nosa, please can you take over the mic?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I wanted to ask, you said that can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Okay. When you were talking about the grants, you said
yes,
there were some requirements they asked for, and luckily for you, you had them, and there was one you already did within a month.
Yes.
So please, can you tell us some of those requirements in case I don't have them, so I can start preparing
I feel
towards probably another grant,
grant
if
is
not
actually
this.
a great topic. Okay. I feel like grant is a great topic that people are going to. So I don't know if Bumpa will be up for it. Maybe later in the year, we can actually do something that has to speak with how to get grants. Do you understand? Yeah, but right now I'll be answering that question. So maybe later, I'm shooting my shot. But I'm just saying, because I feel like everybody's so interested in grants. Okay, so that's your question. Like I said, it has to be something that's, so first of all, because I'm somebody that my goal is Africa's largest Afrocentric retailer, which is export is part of it. Do you understand? That's why it was easy for me to do export certificate. So NEPC is Nigeria Export Promotion Council. Do you understand? So that was certificate. So it was, and because it was Nigeria Export Promotion Council, at that time, last year, they were looking for entrepreneurs who were not in the oil sector and already had everything. And I feel like one of the reasons was because I also was already selling abroad. I was already doing direct business to customer directly already. I already sold to over 20 countries in the world. So all of those things were on my website. So I'm sure that they will have checked all of those things, check your digital presence and see if you have the capacity. People can shop on your site. So one of the criteria is going digitally, which you're already using Bumpa. Another one was NEPC certificate. And that's because the institution. So for example, if you're in maybe food, you might need other certification, maybe NAFDAC. So that's why I want to be very careful of what the kind of certificate you need. So it's your own industry. You can reach out, as I said, join sector. So for example, if you're in food, you can call NAFDAC and ask NAFDAC, what are the certification I need for a food brand? Do you understand? So for me, that the fashion, because I wanted to export, it was easier for me to put my, and that NEPC, for you to even get NEPC, your business has to be limited. So you can see that everything are intertwined. And thank God that last year, I'm like, I think I've used my business name now. I now want to go limited. And I did limited. And next, it just felt like because so everything was just working in place because, and it was easy for me to get it because I had the certification. So I'm like I said, I'm not downplaying the God factor, because when you look at it, you're like, how did it happen? It's not as if you went to go and do anything. But I'm just saying, at least you were prepared physically. And because I was already getting those nudging in my head, I'm like, okay, I'll be shouting after, go and trademark your name. Go and do this one. Go and do this one. Go and do that one. So whatever sector you are in, call the sectors. So if you're in fashion, call Fadan, ask them certification that you need. If you're in Smedan, NEPC, food, this one, leather. So there's so many leather and footwear association of Nigeria, food and something association of Nigeria, makeup and something industry association of Nigeria. Look for your associations, reach out to them and call them. And you'll be so shocked. People that there's somebody that I know that goes for trade fair internationally every year, and she will not spend a dime because she's a part of the association and they always sponsor her. So please make sure that this year, look for your associations and join them. So I'm taking just one question because I have to go in the next 8 minutes. I'm so sorry. Omolara, please, you'll be the final person. Please raise up your hand. Please. Okay. Please raise up your, please. Thank you, Primo, so much organized.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sarah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been so insightful, so educating. Okay, so I know it's been mostly about grants.
Yes.
So the thing is, I've actually started out my application on the TF, on the Tony Elumelu Foundation. Okay. So I decided to pause because I wasn't sure if the business name registration, like if it's like really important, like because I actually started out, I wanted to register last year. I think that was in November. I did everything, and then CAC did me something strong. I don't know what happened, but my business didn't get registered. So I want to start the application all over again. And I'm really not sure if like it's a big criteria on the foundation.
Okay. Honestly, if you ask any TF person, they will say it's not a big criteria. But one of the things that I always say is, if you know that you have the capacity and the influence to do something that will give you an edge over somebody else, why not just do it? The grant is going to expire March 1st. Try and do the business registration.
Yes.
And make sure you have it before you go. So yes, they will say it's not a criteria. But what I always say, not even for TEF, I always say that imagine if there's an opportunity to travel to USA or to go and work in a USA company, and then the company is looking for maybe an accountant, and they've done all this thing, they've interviewed, blah, 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 done everything. Now remaining 2 final winners. And the company has a branch, maybe one of the European countries. And then the 2 of you, final winner, to get this, and they just need one accountant. And then I come, I say I'm a Nigerian, I don't have passport. Then the other person now says I have 2 passports, EU passport and Nigerian passports. Without thinking too much, who would they pick? A person who has EU passport, because you have saved them from visa hurdle, saved them from visa fee, so many stress.
Definitely.
You understand? At that moment, the spot was for 2 of them, but one person took out because he had an edge. So I want you to always think like that. See, I know that yes, they say they don't want it, but as long as I can influence it and I have the capacity to do it, what's stopping me? So guys, it was really a good time to be with you guys. You can follow me on Twitter, the Serah Kassim. My email, if you have any questions, Serah@serahkassim.com. Brand Serah Kassim. I said Twitter, not Instagram, because if you want to find me, you always see I sleep, eat, breathe. I'm always on Twitter. If you can't me on Instagram, I don't reply on Instagram. I don't like Instagram, but I really love Twitter. Send me a DM there, send me an email. And you can check out my brand, Serah Kassim. Thank you so much, Bumpa, for this opportunity. It was really sorry, I'm always clapping too much.
No, it's fine.
I need to learn how to stop using my. Thank you.
We're sharing your excitement.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for staying till the end. This has been very fun. In fact, the things that I didn't know I was going to learn, I learned it today. Business proposition, your canvas, everything. I'm going to go back and watch the video all over again. So there's going to be a video. It's going to be up on YouTube. It's been recorded, and we're going to put it on YouTube for anybody who wants access to it. Check on Monday. It's going to be on YouTube, and we're going to share Sarah's socials on our social media. You can contact her. You can ask her more questions. For Bumpa users, we're going to be having another meeting on Sunday, and this one is going to be with all the Bumpa team members. You'll see every one of us. You'll see gift from Bumpa that's been sending you emails. So you talk to her one-on-one, you ask her questions, like just come through on Sunday. So if you're in this meeting, you must have gotten an invite for the event on Sunday. So please show up. We're waiting for you. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So yeah, it's called the Town Hall Meeting, and we're going to be having this every month now. You get to talk to every single person on the team. If you want to tackle somebody, maybe from customer support, I didn't answer you on time, you get to see them one-on-one and ask all your questions, find out all the new things we're working on, how we're going to put you in our plans. Just come through on Sunday. Thank you very much and have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing one. Bye, guys.